Coached tonight by Chris Duncan, John Holder, Chris Sigmund, John Bruce, and head coach Brian Rita.
Friday night, Delphos St. John made a definitive statement concerning their intentions to defend their Midwest Athletic Conference football crown from last year when they overcame a 21-7 halftime deficit on their way to a 29-21 win. That must have been really satisfying for head coach Todd Schulte. Consider that his Blue Jays were 0-2 to start this season, although it was against stellar competition. Delphos haters should take note. Things might not be breaking quite the way you want them to be in Mercer County. The defending state champions looked pretty good to me on Friday night. My name is Alex Sater. I'm your host, and I ran into Tim Aljevin after the game.
Still trying to catch my breath, Alex. That was one whale of a football.
It was a nail biter, you know. This was Anna's chance to avenge previous ugly incidents, and it didn't happen.
No, it didn't. Let me tell you, the Blue Jays were down 21-7 at the break. I figured the game was over.
It could have been worse. It felt worse than 21-7.
Yeah, it did. And then Delphos stormed back with 22 unanswered points, and in the process, they shut out Anna the entire second half for a coveted MAC road win, 29-21.
I perceived the safety in the second half to be a pivotal play in this game.
It was a big turnaround. Anna just got done recovering Delphos' fumble, so they had the ball 1st and 10 on their own 2-yard line. So, I mean, it was 3rd and goal from the 4. They were about ready to punch it in, and then Anna recovered, and we're thinking, all right. Well, 2 plays later, Anna fumbles, and Jay Meyer had to jump on it, but he was in the end zone, so it was a 2-point safety, and that made it 21-9.
And instead of kicking off from the 20, they lined up off sides, and they had to kick from the 15.
Yeah, and that gave Delphos a short field. They took the kick off and got it to the 36-yard line of Anna. 2 plays later, boom, they scored 9 points, you know, in less than a minute.
That's how closely contested this thing was.
Then that really gave Delphos the momentum, because like you said, they had a very short field due to the penalties, and Delphos covered 36 yards in 2 plays. Tyler Jettinghoff punched it in from 11 yards out with 8:42 left in the 3rd quarter, and just like that, they're back in it. They only trailed 21-16. And a key play on that little 2-play drive was set up when Boggs hooked up with Dylan Crendel on a 25-yard pass reception. So the momentum really shifted right there.
The play calling was incredibly balanced for an MAC game. Tell me a little bit about the team stats.
Sure. Delphos St. John's had 323 total yards. 174 of it was on the ground, and then they had 149 through the air. Anna, likewise, they had more yardage. They had 425 yards, 257 on the ground, and 168 through the air.
Because not everyone's going to get that kind of play mix from these two teams. Tell me about the individuals.
Cole Ferguson had a good night. He had one catch for 30 yards, and then he carried the ball 24 times for 108 yards and a touchdown. Right on the number Riak wants with his running back. He said 25 carries a game he needs, so he was right on pace with that. Meyer did a great job. He was 13 of 20 for 138 yards, a touchdown. He carried the ball 11 times for 30 yards. And, just that one pick there in the end that devastated him. But other than that, he played a very steady game. As far as Delphos goes, Mark Fox, obviously this is his first year. He was 8 of 15 for 149 yards and a touchdown. And he carried the ball 9 times for another 46 yards. The real stud of the game was Delphos' wide receiver, Tanner Calvilage. He had 6 catches for 109 yards and a touchdown.
It's been many years since Delphos has lost on this field. I think it was the first year that Anna actually joined the league they lost to Delphos. And so, Brian had him where he wanted him at halftime.
Yeah, he did.
Coach Riak wasn't a happy camper after the game, was he?
No, he was very disappointed, and he took a lot of the blame. I just think he was being way too hard on himself.
Denzel's 98-yard interception return.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to interview him afterwards. Just let him describe it a little bit. You want to go to...
We were able to stay calm and stay in the game, and I thought our kids, I've said all year, we've got a gritty team, and they showed it again. And finally tonight we got some good things to go for us, and I'm just proud of our kids' effort and another typical MAC contest, down to the wire, and I'm just really proud of our kids' effort that they did tonight and how they stayed with it. After the first half,
I was just playing my cover 2 zone, and I seen the quarterback going to throw, and I seen this receiver, our corner was on him, he slipped, the ball was a little high, so it was right to me, and then I looked down the sideline, there was no one there, so I just started going that way, and fortunately I was able to take it all the way back.
Yeah, it looked like there for a minute they were going to catch you from behind, then you kind of went sideways a little bit.
Well, I was working towards the sideline, and there was a kid that had an angle on me, so I cut back, and then after that they couldn't get to me.
How big is this win for you guys now? You're 2-0, you're on top of the MAC again, where you guys always seem to, and how much confidence is this win for you guys?
Oh, it's huge, because we struggled in the first half, and to come back after that deficit we had, it's huge since we had 2 tough first games. We're not used to being in a situation being 0-2 and 1-2, so it's good to get back to even and being 2-0 in the MAC.
Yeah, we turned the ball over 3 times.
Yeah, kind of like last week.
We had 2 scoring opportunities and a 4th down play where we didn't convert, and they made a bunch of adjustments. We just turned the ball over 3 times, and fumbled a snap and getting a safety in the end zone. It's not a turnover, but it's as bad as one because Coldwater's pretty good. Delphos St. John's played the number 2 ranked Division I team in the state in Michigan and got beat 14-7. So, did I have high expectations for seeing? Absolutely. We had 26 seasons, and I thought we were going to be. I thought at this point in time, we had an opportunity to be undefeated. But like I told the kids at the half, last year after 5 weeks we were 3-2. We got the same opportunity.
Like last week, you get there and don't finish, and you talked about.
And that's on me.
Yeah,
that's on me.
What do you have next?
Marion.
At Marion? Or?
Oh yeah. And that's okay, because we're kind of tired of their shenanigans. We're ready to get after them.